Right. You know the last two podcasts?
No.
Well, that ends that one. You know the intro? In each one, when it comes to the end of the intro, you mumble.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not mumble. Sort of like when you're in an interview and you get nervous conversation. Nervous verbal diarrhea. You do that in both of them where you're like, hello, welcome to podcastFTL. Verbal diarrhea. Sort of like that.
YOLO.
No. No. I'm ending that now. I will not have YOLO on this podcast.
My fault.
No. No. Okay, YOLO's not a thing. Okay? Doing ridiculous, stupid shit and going, YOLO! No, doesn't make it okay. You're still a fucking dick. No. No.
I was just making a joke. Jesus. Fucking testy today, aren't we?
Oh. Introduce the podcast.
Hello and welcome to the what are we doing? Hello and welcome to podcastFTL on gamingFTL on YouTube. With me as ever is my friend Chris.
Hello.
How are we doing today, Chris?
Good.
We just played Spelunky, didn't we?
Oh, that's such a good game.
What we did do well though is we got from what's it called, the mines to the temple in one shot.
Yes.
That was so cool.
It took us like 13 minutes.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
cool.
there's well, you say cool, but there's an achievement for completing the game in 8. I think the quickest I've ever done is got to the temple in 7 and died. And that was insane.
Yeah, we were also trying to get to the black market by getting the seeing eye thing, but we couldn't. We either couldn't find the key to the chest, we couldn't find the chest, or we couldn't find the entrance to the black market. So.
Yeah. Never really quite went exactly how we wanted it to. But we got there.
We discovered a new item though, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the Holy Mug of Bloodiness, which
yes.
has a proper name.
Kapla Cup. Kapala Cup.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yes, I'll call it that.
For the uneducated, Spelunky is a roguelike 2D platformer where each time you play it, the level is different. So you start off in a mine which has lots of brown rocks and stuff everywhere.
And snakes.
And
spiders.
Snakes, which and bats which try to kill you.
Yeah, that too.
And then you move on to a jungle, and sometimes there are random events like zombies everywhere and fireworks.
Yeah.
And fuck. Gonna turn off.
Sorry, slight technical hitch here as Josh converses with his girlfriend.
No, I'm not gonna reply. It doesn't count as a conversation.
Oh,
in fact,
sweet.
I'm gonna close Skype. So, ha!
Wow.
I hate that sound. I don't like the Skype opening and closing sounds. They're really weird and creepy and
What?
yawny. I don't understand why they would have that, especially when I'm wearing headphones and then I'm just like closing programs to save memory space or something.
Yeah.
I always forget that it's going to make that horrible sound and it's right in my ear. It's horrible.
There was suddenly a temptation to wish that you hadn't closed it and to open Skype on my phone and just started spamming you so it goes pop 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 pop.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Anyway.
I remember you mentioning something you wanted to chat about. I can't remember what it was. Yesterday. When we were having a pint and a brownie.
And a sausage roll.
Yeah.
None of which I paid for.
Yeah. So I got paid. Chris conveniently forgot his wallet.
Yeah. I will remember it next time.
Yeah?
And I will buy the sausage rolls and drinks.
Good.
Hopefully.
There's a pub we go to called The Station that's amazing, and they make really nice stuff.
Yes.
Homemade, etc.
And most recently we've gone there for a drink because we've just finished working there. So, that's convenient also.
It is.
I rediscovered, I'm going to bore you, rediscovered Football Manager.
Okay.
Which is brilliant and a pain in the ass all at the same time. Brilliant in that it's very fun and makes me feel like I could be a football manager, which I probably could.
Mm-hmm.
Bad side, though, is that the game is fully aware of all of the amazing players. So even when they don't cost very much and they're affordable, the teams that own them will not sell them to you. So say if a player has a recommended cost of £500,000, the team that own it will not sell it to you for anything less than he will not sell it to you for any less than like 3 or 4 million, which is just a pain in the ass because not many teams have that much. My team doesn't have that much money, which is irritating.
What team are you playing as?
Ipswich Town, of course, because they have to have success somewhere.
Even if it is fictional.
Even if it's fictional success, exactly. But what are you gonna do?
Yep. I mean, football, right? How about that local team? I do quite like the idea of Football Manager, if I'm honest. I could imagine just having it on in the background, just messing around with settings and things.
It's on at the moment. I know I'm at your house, but just as I was going to leave, I've got a friendly against Huddersfield, so I set it playing, and then just left. They're playing right now. Probably half time by now. No idea what the score is.
No? Oh.
Got my new right back playing.
What they should do is, if you want to do that, they should have like an app that you can link to your computer.
See, that would be pretty cool if you could link...
and then you get like those texts that you get telling you the score. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, sort of football managering from afar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, actually, I'm going to see if there's a Football Manager style app. I'm going to do this right now, the beauty of being able to do it right now. Going to because I can.
Right.
This is my free will and my right to be able to do this.
Calm down. I'm not saying you can't do it. Just do it later.
Yeah, it's £5.
Oh, is it official?
Soccer Manager free. Or Real Football 20... No, Soccer Manager free.
Is that one the official one?
Yeah, that's the official game. But I don't know... it's the official game, but I'm assuming you can't link it to a PC.
I don't know. Have a look at the description or something.
Well, if you could, I'd wait and buy the newest version of the PC game. Which I'm not going to do, because I'm not spending any money at the moment.
Fair enough.
Which is why you bought my stuff. No.
No, you owe me money.
Yes.
Yeah, what I was saying, I like the idea of Football Manager. It's just I don't care in any way, shape or form about football. If they did a game in the same style, it could be exactly the same game, just with a different theme, I would probably play it.
For example, what theme?
I don't know. Ninjas.
How would that work?
Ninja Manager.
So you have ninja training facilities.
Yeah.
And you can recruit ninjas from other rival ninja gangs.
Yes.
And then you have to send them out on ninja tasks.
Missions. You have to send them out on assassination missions. I could make this game. I couldn't.
It probably exists. There must be something like it in a very basic format. It's already downloaded. Soccer Manager 2013.
We're testing out.
Oh,
we're testing things live. This is
live testing.
A brand new part of the podcast.
Right, we need a good manager name.
Testicles McSpanky.
Pascal.
Wanks a lot.
Pascal Wonkington. Pascal Wonkington. Let's Yes, that's his name.
It sounds like a rich man. I don't
And
know
then
if he
we'll
sounds
play-
like a manager, but
Where should we play? English Division 1
right.
with... Oh, brilliant, right. It's one of these fantastic games where they don't have the licensing. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the name of the club,
Okay.
which you might not know the club, but you'll know the place, so it's fine. And you have to tell me what the name of the team is. Okay, easy one at first. Balton.
Balton?
Balton. What team is Balton?
Is that...
It's Bolton.
Oh!
Then we've got
I didn't realise we were doing letter substitutions here.
Burnsley.
Burnsley.
Yeah, who's that?
Burnsley.
No, it's Barnsley.
Oh.
Blackburn and Blackpool. of course. Crystal Palace. That's not Hill City. Oh, Ipswich Town. Fantastic. We're being Ipswich Town. There we are. Oh, see, I love things like that. Like Pro Evo's the same, where they don't have all the licensing. Or I don't know if they still do. I haven't played a Pro Evo game in ages, but they didn't of recent. And you had things like Merseyside Red and Merseyside Blue.
Is that Man City?
No.
I don't know where Merseyside is.
Come on, Merseyside.
London.
Merseyside Red and Blue. No. You were closer with Manchester. It's up there.
My geography isn't great.
You know what? I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh.
I'm gonna let you struggle with that. If you think of it during the podcast, you can redeem yourself. Merseyside.
Edinburgh.
No. Oh. Let's see what players I've got. Oh, fantastic. Yep. Okay. Right. So I'm going to name some Ipswich Town players. Just a few.
This won't
No.
get us anywhere.
No, I know. Just name some players. Okay. So Loach, Chambers, Higginbottom, Smith, Cresswell.
I know Cresswell.
Different Cresswell.
Okay.
The names that they're given for Ipswich Town are Latch, Chambers, Higginbotham, Smith.
Wait. Are they?
Cresswell.
No, hang on. Are they actually just normal names but said in a Geordie accent? Chambers.
Chapra, or it could be Taylor. Ooh. No, well, essentially they've got some sort of engine or some sort of program that takes the name of the team and replaces the vowels with different vowels. Oh, brilliant.
Is there someone called Dirty?
Yes. Dreary, which is dreary instead. Oh, I love games that do that because it's just so fucking ridiculous and amazingly stupid, but so entertaining at the same time.
Brilliant. Oh dear. So, what do you reckon as to recommending Soccer Manager 2013?
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and recommend it. I've only looked at my team. I haven't even seen what the sort of like the match sort of. What's it like? 10
out of 10.
You can do transfers, touch footballs to continue. Ah, there. Oh, okay. Ambitious players more likely to perform well in big games.
Cool.
Apparently. No, I'll keep this going through the podcast and just come back to it, but we'll move on conversation topic. Oh, I have a friendly. It's I've got no idea what that could be.
Kimberley Word.
Let's go to it. Why not? Oh, just the names keep popping up. Wetford instead of Watford. Middlesbrough, Ruding. Oh.
Oh dear. Oh, I don't care about football,
Yes,
but this is hilarious.
I know you don't.
Yeah, have you noticed?
It comes to me every now and again. This idea that maybe football's not for you.
No? Fair enough.
Oh, we're underway with our first game. There's a free kick to Ipswich. Oh wow, look at those graphics. It's shirts. Goal! Who scored it? Taylor. Oh, it's half time.
That was quick. Nice. What we have here is a rogue planet that doesn't have a host star. So it's not like circling around a sun or anything, which is also going around the universe. It's just like, don't give a shit. It's going out on its own. It's the honey badger of planets. But apparently,
and it has a very memorable, appealing name as well.
Rememberable.
Yeah, rememberable.
That's not a word.
Rememberable.
No.
Yeah.
Memorable.
That's the one. That's what I meant.
Oh God.
It's got a very memorable name. CFBIDSIR 21490403.
Dash 0403.
Or Kevin for short.
South Park and The Walking Dead are the only two shows out of America that I'm enjoying right now.
Really?
I watch a ridiculous amount of American TV because sitcoms in England, there aren't many that are decent.
No, they're good, but in America you get, if they have a sitcom, then you get 24 episodes over the space of a year. In England they'll do 6.
Over the space of half a year.
They'll do
6.
They'll have 6 weeks.
6 weeks, yeah.
They'll have 6 episodes, and then you'll have to wait a good year before you get the next series.
Well,
which is good.
I'm okay with that.
Well, it's good and
they
it's
have
bad
lower budgets.
because it's not even necessarily that. It's that don't get me wrong. British comedies are normally funnier.
Million times funnier. Have you watched The Big Bang Theory recently?
It's not terrible. It's not fantastic.
No, it's not fantastic at all. It's not even good.
It's essentially you can judge a sitcom by, if you took away, especially American ones, if you take away the laugh track, is it still funny?
I guess.
And
makes sense.
Big Bang Theory, you can take away the laugh track and there's the odd joke, but it's not amazing. Stuff like Friends and How I Met Your Mother have enough serious bits in it that you could...
Does How I Met Your Mother have a laugh track?
Yep.
Oh.
Friends and How I Met Your Mother... Well, Friends was filmed in front of a live audience majority of the time. How I Met Your Mother is not. But with both of them, the storylines that they have occasionally are serious enough, and there's enough of the episode that they don't actually put a laugh track on that you could get away without having it there at all.
Yeah, I'm just kind of getting bored with it, I guess. Like, the Walking Dead, South Park, and probably Always Sunny in Philadelphia, although I'm a few years behind on that one, because I've been watching it through. I'm on, like, season 3 now, I think.
Because
it's so hilarious.
I mean, you still get...
So many drugs and alcohol and things in that. They're just fucking deadbeats. It's great.
But then some of the comedies in America that I like the most, some of the most popular ones are normally the ones with laugh tracks, but the ones that I like the most are normally the ones without laugh tracks. Like Community doesn't have a laugh track.
Doesn't need one. It's amazing.
It doesn't need one at all. And Episodes, which was a UK and American thing, funded by an American company, that didn't have a laugh track, and I found that hilarious. I thought that was brilliant. It was essentially Matt LeBlanc was playing a bastardized Joey version of Matt LeBlanc, and he was brilliant. It was what you can imagine if you pick your favourite member of Community.
I don't know.
Okay, pick an American actor who you find quite funny in an American sitcom.
Don't know.
Come on. You're ruining my thought here. Jason Segel.
Okay.
No,
yeah?
no, actually no. Neil Patrick Harris.
Right, okay.
Right, Neil Patrick Harris has Barney. Pick him up and give Neil Patrick Harris, like, pretend that Neil Patrick Harris is a lot like Barney, which of course we know he's not.
Yeah.
And stick him in Black Books. Right?
That thing is not... I watched an episode of it to see what it was like, and that thing is nothing like Black Books.
No,
Episodes isn't like back books. What are you on about?
that's not what I'm getting at. With episodes, it was the majority of the comedy was British comedy, and then they just chucked this American sitcom star in the middle of it. So yeah, just sort of imagine the comedy of Black Books, but throw someone like Neil Patrick Harris playing Neil Patrick Harris, but as Barney in the middle of it.
Okay. Well, I guess. Oh, what I did watch that's British and amazing: Touch of Cloth.
Touching cloth.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
A Touch of Cloth.
Right. No. What?
You've never seen it?
No.
It's a police TV series parody, 2 episodes, written by Connie Huck and her husband
Charlie Brooker?
Yeah, Charlie Brooker. And it's so funny. You must have watched it, because I remember you telling me that they fit in cloth jokes, because the main character's surname is Cloth, and they put in puns about his name all the time.
No, I haven't seen this.
And then they just parody.
I have not seen this. A touch of cloth.
Yes, you will love it. It's got the blonde guy from Green Wing in.
Julian Ryan Tutts.
That's a long name. Yes, him and other people who play
Brilliant
stuff. Some of which I semi-recognise, but don't know their names. I'm not very good with actors' names, but yeah.
Is it on Channel 4?
No, it's BBC.
It's BBC.
Might be. I can't remember. Might be on Channel 4.
I really
might
like
be BBC.
Channel 4's. Every now and again, Channel 4 have their Channel 4 comedy showcase things. Yeah. There haven't been many of them that I haven't loved. Or more recently, they did a sort of one-off a comic strip thing, because they used to do lots of comic strip presents, and they did one of them again, which was, I can't remember what it was called now. I think it was like The Trial of Tony Blair or something, where Stephen Mangan from Green Wing and episodes and the Barclaycard adverts, he plays Tony Blair, and it's all done in the styles of like a sort of 50s crime. 50s crime black and white show.
Oh, film noir.
Yeah.
Right.
And you get like Jennifer Saunders plays this very strange, alluring Margaret Thatcher thing. And you get all these different people, all these just very strange, and of course none of them play correct representations of the political characters they're playing.
So,
but it was so good. I think it was about an hour and a half long, or an hour long.
I'm gonna need to look that up, and you need to look up Touch of Cloth, because I'm certain you've watched it.
No, I haven't.
It's just so great. There's
the only thing
it parodies everything you recognise about the standard, Touch of Frost, Poirot, cop, detective dramas, and it's got this recurring bit where one of the constables is looking for clues around a crime scene, and he can see something off camera, and he says to Cloth, he says, "Gov, I think you better look at this." And then it's like a porno calendar or something, and then Cloth just pats him on the back and says, "Keep looking."
Oh, what it's Campus, which was done by the people who did Green Wing.
I quite like that.
That started off as a Channel 4 comedy showcase, and then they turned it into a series.
Are they going to do more of that?
I don't know. I thought it was a bit hit and miss. It was really good. And the guy, something Le Wolf. Can't remember what his name was now. Who's the vice chancellor of Kirk University? Is it Kirk University?
Oh yeah.
He was brilliant all the way through, and but otherwise some of the other characters were just a bit hit and miss, really. But yeah, that was really good. The comedy showcase was brilliant, and then there was the Amazing Something. which has the guy who's the manager in Flight of the Conchords. Rhys
I
Darby.
haven't seen Flight of the Conchords, so I don't know.
You'd recognise Rhys Darby. He's also in Yes Man. He plays Jim Carrey's boss in Yes Man.
Yes Man was a terrible film.
Oh, I disagree. I thought it was. It grows on me every time I see it.
I only needed to see it once.
I thought it was really good because it's Jim Carrey isn't. I'm not a big Jim Carrey fan,
Right.
Because he essentially plays a very similar eccentric person in virtually every single film he's in.
So he plays himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in Yes Man, he does spend the majority of the film playing this, or at least the first part, this very boring, reserved person, which is quite good. And then it has Zooey Deschanel in.
Good point. Yeah, okay. I accept the Zooey Deschanel theory.
And yeah,
You
who's
like
in a band called Munchausen's by Proxy. I think's the name of her band, isn't it? Yeah, Munchausen's by Proxy. Fantastic band name. You got it. Really is.
I thought of a good band name earlier today, and I can't remember what it was. It was Fruit something.
Speaking of fruit something, have you got any tea left? Is it time?
We do.
Is it time for a podcast tea break?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Podcast tea break.
Tea break over.
Oh, you didn't have to. Oh God! I hope you can't hear that because that was the most disgusting sound. As
My
he
customary.
chewed.
I didn't chew it. Look, okay, there's plenty of flavour in the tea bag that you don't get out. I just get the flavour out of the tea bag. That's what I'm saying.
It's horrific.
Yeah, it's horrific.
You're lovely.
Thanks, babe. So I believe you have something to give away.
Oh right, well we're doing this now. Okay, I have 3 PlanetSide 2 beta keys that if anyone wants, they will have to tweet me at Bootsy __ on Twitter using a tweet. On the internet.
Why are you giving these away?
Because Sony gives them away each time. Or to each person who sign up to the beta, they give them a couple of keys.
And you signed up 3 times?
No, they send them to you. If you let me finish, Christopher.
Okay.
They give them to you each time they have like an event, like they put out a new map or something.
Right, okay.
So yeah, if anyone wants those, tweet me and you can have one, I guess.
Okay, and
That's pretty cool.
Is that the game that I played?
I don't know. What game did you play?
Have I played PlanetSide?
I don't think you have.
No?
No, you haven't.
You sure?
I am absolutely certain you have not played PlanetSide.
No, I played something else, didn't I?
Most likely. Because there are other games.
So you've got more than just those ones that you tweeted?
Yeah, I tweeted 3.
And you've got 3 more?
I got 3 left.
Ah. Well, I'll say I won't be taking one, because I probably won't use it.
I can't imagine you will.
No.
Needs a decent computer.
Whoa!
You haven't got a computer that can run an FPS game, have you? Or really? When did you get?
Probably could.
What, your laptop?
Yeah. That thing is more badass than you think. That thing can successfully play a film, have Skype loaded and running, and be calculating a grid of 20 by 20 and filling it with values in MATLAB, all without slowing down too much. That's a big thing. MATLAB is a fucking huge program. If my laptop can do anything and spend the calculation filling up this
None
grid.
of those things are particularly graphically demanding. Then.
But filling up this grid takes a good 10 minutes with the calculation it's got to do, and then putting it into a document. It takes a while and drains my computer down, but my computer is hard ass. I'm telling you.
hard ass.
Yeah.
All right then. Okay, well you can have one if you want.
No, I'm good.
Right. Well, we've got 3 of those to give away.
Awesome. And you can get that just by tweeting you.
Yeah. You just have to ask one. I'm probably going to get more because they send them out.
Fair enough.
Plus, it's free to play, so when it does come out, you know.
The beauty of Twitter.
Yeah. Exactly.
Tweeting you gets you a free game. I love and hate Twitter at the same time.
Why do you like Twitter?
Because it successfully is useful, pointless, and controversial all at the same time.
Explain yourself, Chris.
Well, it's useful in that it allows you to, for example, on mine I follow. Recently, I haven't removed BBC Sport yet, but I've added other things which mean that I get Ipswich Town updates.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need to sort of keep loading up something. I can just go on Twitter and update people's scores and stuff. Useful.
Mm-hmm.
What were the other points I was making? Pointless. Yes, pointless because
You made a
it doesn't really enrich your life in any way.
I don't know. It's pretty good to get quick news.
I
I mean,
mean,
all of the news I ever get is straight off of Twitter.
Yeah, but you could live without it.
Yeah, it'd just be slower to get news and opinions, I suppose.
Yeah.
And you'd probably get them in more than 140 characters.
Yeah, also that annoys me. Sometimes it annoys me. I can understand why it's like that, but yeah. And then, of course, controversial, which I think is self-explanatory.
No.
No?
Which way is it controversial?
Well, you know, because essentially if Joe blogs, you know Joe blogs.
Is he a blogger?
No, actually, he's an astrophysicist. Joe blogs.
The astrophysicist?
Yeah, the astrophysicist. Joe blogs.
Finish sentence.
Yeah, if he was rumoured to have
Getting onto this?
Yeah, banged your girlfriend,
Right.
for example, and then everyone on Twitter said that he did, and it turned out he didn't, then he has a legal case against everyone on Twitter.
Yeah. What you've got to realise with Twitter is that absolutely everything you say is public domain.
Well, it counts as internet publishing.
Yes.
Is what it comes under, which is fine. But but if someone posts something, and then other people repost it, as soon as you retweet something, you are immediately as at fault as the person who originally put it, because that retweet is in itself a publication made by you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's out of control. Just a little bit.
Well, that's the power of Twitter, I suppose. Anyone can say anything at any time and be held accountable for it.
I know. But it just...
You just got to understand how it works, and then
I know,
and then
avoid
the pitfalls of
avoid the pitfalls.
idiocy.
Yeah.
But I think it's fine. I mean, it doesn't happen that often. To
I
be
mean,
honest,
you
does
know,
it?
essentially, but there are some things though, like, it's very difficult to think of examples
Without actually naming
without
people and
actually
becoming
naming
libelous.
things. Yeah, exactly. But for example, if
Christopher Coe
if someone has a
at Chris Coe 4491
no,
tweeted. What did you tweet?
Actually, I've gained three followers since our last podcast. But
Really?
I'm pretty sure none of them are anything to do with the podcast. I've gained. Let me find. Where is it? Was it in this one? I've gained How I Met Your Mother quotes.
Right. I don't think that's...
No.
They might have
No.
seen...
Well, you know what? I gained that shortly after saying, "Oh, this last How I Met Your Mother episode was a complete rip-off of Friends," and then I gained How I Met Your Mother quotes. Then I also gained Megan McNeil, who has no followers
and
but
is looking for
I
no
assu-
strings attached sex.
I assume so. I don't know. Joy Zaka, who follows 114 people and has 9 followers. I think she just followed me in the hope that I would follow her back, which I'm not going to do. And then the journalist kid, who now follows me because I've recently started following some more Ipswich Town related things, and he just updates Ipswich Town stuff. So that's a bit of a shame.
This tea is good.
It is good tea. What is it? I can't remember what it is again. Cranberry something and elderflower.
That'll do, yeah. I've started to realise as we've been drinking lots of fruit tea. Fruit tea smells amazing. It smells really nice. It's nice and warm, it's a good drink. Tastes like...
slightly fruity water.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it gets cold, it tastes like weird squash. But then there's no point in adding hot water. Yeah. Tad confusing. Anyway, I went completely off point.
You can't remember what you were saying, were you?
Yeah, so I think this is the point I was making. If someone... what are those things? Injunctions. Tweets. So, if someone has an injunction out so that no one knows that they've done something... right?
Following you so far.
Okay, right. If people find out that they've done this thing, but they're not aware, because if this person's got an injunction out to hide something, then there's a good chance that people aren't going to know he's got this injunction out, because as soon as he says, oh, by the way, I've got an injunction out, there's immediately people are going to say, well, he's hiding something, and eventually it's going to come out. So I assume that if you get an injunction out, you're not going to tell people you've got the injunction. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So if people then discover this thing you've done and publicise it, if they don't know you've got the injunction out, did you see where I'm going?
Yeah. Yeah. It's impossible to say that the injunction is about something.
It's like
and therefore,
it's like a booby trap for people on Twitter.
Catch-22.
Yeah, because if I then tweeted something about someone, which was like a secret of theirs, and then it turned out they had an injunction stopping people from saying this, it's like, well, how was I supposed to know you had the injunction? You can't really... It's difficult.
Yeah,
it's like,
I wouldn't worry about it. We're never going to know anything that needs injunctioning.
Well, that's the thing. Normally we find out because someone will tweet it, and then immediately they'll be massively publicised because they'll be going to court. Yeah. And then everyone will find out.
Yeah. They should just use the Chewbacca defence.
The Chewbacca defence is brilliant. I'm just going to close this.
No! Don't.
Josh is getting distracted by
an amazing GIF.
No, it's not an amazing GIF. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. It's one of those.
Definitely going to link it in the description.
It's one of those sort of weird video picture things.
It's called a GIF.
A GIF, right?
Yes.
It's a GIF with is it a Japanese woman?
Looks like it.
Right, stood wearing pink. She does this weird arm movements and turns into this weird armadillo
tentacle thing.
Rolls
down a hill, hits a car, goes flying off a cliff, and it's hilarious.
Hilarious is a strong word.
It's pretty funny.
Pretty funny is a strong phrase.
Fine. Either way, yeah, well, I'm keeping that and linking it in the description because I think it's great.
You can link it in the description, but stop looking at it because you're getting distracted. I was trying to make points, which I can now no longer remember.
Okay. Can I go into old man mode now?
Sure.
I don't like any modern music.
I concur.
I've stopped looking for bands I like. I never listen to the radio. If I come across something, say a band's promoting itself on Facebook and I happen to see it or whatever and hear it and it sounds alright, I might look at the rest of their discography, but apart from that there is very little that I enjoy about any music being created recently. I've seen adverts on TV, and it's like, oh, the hot new band. I can't remember what it was, and I was just like, well, that just sounds like Mumford and Son, and then, and then just, and then remember that I never liked Mumford and Son all that much, and just kind of trail off and
I
stop
agree
saying
with you.
things while Chris talks.
Sorry.
I
agree.
Continue.
I agree with you. However, I'm going to take you back in your mind to what will have been 2.5 years ago. If I can work out November.
Are you going to tell me that I used to like Mumford and Son?
No.
Because that's true.
No.
Chris is counting with his fingers, and he's a mathematician.
2 years and 4 months ago.
Right.
Almost exactly. I take you back to a time where you came to visit me in my house in Portsmouth.
Okay.
And while you were here, you said some things that disturbed me greatly, and I still remember to this day. Do you remember what that thing was?
I don't. I'm scared now.
That thing was that there was a certain act that had recently come to light that was popular, which you accepted was a guilty pleasure of yours.
Oh dear.
Do you know who that is?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
No.
Justin Bieber.
What?
Yes.
How
Words
drunk
that came
was
out
I?
of your mouth that you said when if you're going out, you're partial to a bit of the Bieber.
Oh right, yeah. I don't remember saying that, and for some reason my brain's hurting right now.
Would you like to explain yourself?
I can't fully explain myself because I don't know what I was thinking. 2 years and 4 months ago, was it?
Ish.
Yeah, ish. But I'm gonna say that I didn't mind Justin Bieber because every time I went out with my friends, they listened to it in the club and something like that.
Valid excuse. I spent 3 years of university going out and listening to Tiny Temper, and to this day, and every day that I was out listening to Tiny Temper, I had mental images of him strapped to a bed and me with hot prongs torturing him.
Whoa.
Just to put him through pain.
Kinky quite quick
Killing
there, Chris.
him, not enough.
Okay then, well...
I'm sure he's a perfectly nice guy. Part of the reason I don't like him is because he owns a pair of the limited edition Back to the Future shoes Nike released not long ago, which he bought for £21,000 or £12,000 or something like that.
Oh, they re-released the red ones, didn't they?
No, the Nike Airs, yeah.
Yeah.
And he has a pair. One of the reasons I hate him. Also, all his music I just don't like. Don't like any of it. Not
Fair
even
enough.
a little bit. Adele's redeemed herself.
Has she?
Yeah.
I don't think you're right.
With her...
I disagree there, Chris.
With her Bond theme.
I haven't heard that yet.
No?
We do need to go and see Skyfall.
Her Bond theme is very James Bond.
Okay.
It's very good. So she's redeemed herself in my book.
Okay, well, I'll see what happens there.
But Tiny motherfucking Temper.
Okay, well...
No, I like this. Let's name bands that we despise. You go first.
Black Eyed Peas.
Reason?
Repetitive, all the same song. Same with, what's their name? Oasis. Everyone, well, not everyone, some people like Oasis. They're so dull and...
Huh? What?
Chill out, you're spiking.
Seriously?
Oasis, not a good band.
Seriously?
I admit that they've had great success, and I'm sure some of their music must be they must have some sort of talent, but I do not enjoy their music in the slightest. Chris is dumbfounded. You knew this already.
Wow.
You must have known.
No. I feel like I don't know you anymore. Really?
Yeah.
90s would not have been the 90s without Oasis.
90s were a bit shit though.
No! Sorry, unacceptable. Unacceptable. Completely unacceptable.
I guess Teletubbies were right.
Right. Now you're trying to hurt me. I mean, the 90s were as far as musical genre go, like musical age goes, the 90s were fantastic.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not. Not even this like the best.
Okay, well, it depends.
As far as years for music go, 98 to 2002 ish. You had some amazing stuff. Just before that, don't get me wrong, that was awesome too. You know, the break of Take That and all, love it. Spice Girls, you gotta love them.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Then Robbie Williams, Kylie Minogue, Madonna, Steps, S Club 7. Come on, this is your childhood.
I liked Steps.
S Club 7.
Maybe. I can't remember.
When the world leaves you feeling blue, you can count on me. I will be there for you. When it seems all your hopes and dreams are a million miles away, I will reassure you. Because we've got to all stick together.
Be there for each other.
Never ever forget that I've got you and you've got me, so reach for the stars. Yes, exactly. Fantastic. You've got to love it.
I suppose I might have liked them. I can't remember. I guess it's kind of classic cheese now. So
yeah, it is classic. All Take That as well. Recently, I've got back into Take That. I'll be honest.
That's the stupidest thing you've said all day.
I'm not even ashamed of it. You know, not even a little bit ashamed. I'm trying to think why I listened to the Chris Moyle's Difficult Second album, which is brilliant. If you like Chris Moyle's, it's brilliant.
No,
which you don't. Yeah. And I listened to. He's got a track on there called "Insane," which is him and Gary Barlow doing a cover of "Shame," which was Gary Barlow and Robbie Williams.
Okay.
So I listened to that.
Okay.
Which then led me to listen to more Robbie Williams and more Take That.
Williams.
And
tell him I know can do Friday.
And Robbie Williams' new track is actually pretty catchy. Sorry, this year as far as music goes, Steps have reformed.
Oh, did that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
There were 2 TV shows.
Shit.
S Club 7 are reforming, or there's talk of it. Yes.
Why do they have to reform? Why can't they just let sleeping dogs lie?
Well, no, you say that, but
they probably make a lot of money.
As far as because some bands have tried, like Spice Girls tried and epically failed. Actually, it's a brilliant show of what happens when guys fall out and girls fall out. Because Take That fell out with Robbie,
right?
And bad things were said. Take That reformed and have had amazing success since then. Robbie's then joined and they've had more success.
Robbie's got another album out, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Why are we calling him by his first name? We don't know him.
He's Robbie. And Spice Girls, they split up. They then got back together to do a comic relief, or no, it's Children in Need a few years ago. They got together but they then fell out again, and they had this big tour which they had to cancel.
Okay.
Guys can put differences aside. Girls are bitches. What are you gonna do?
Yes, nice generalisations there.
I'm sorry, not all girls are bitches, but when it comes to arguments between members of the same sex, guys will just sort of get it out and done with, and will leave it. Girls will let it go on and on until all the guys around them are just like, fuck this shit.
Oh yeah, you lived in a house full of girls at uni, didn't you?
Yeah, it was fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They never
Never mind.
sort of. There was the odd falling out, but I just made sure never to get involved.
Good plan.
So that was all fine. But yeah, sorry. I can't believe that. The 90s were amazing. 90s and early noughties.
I guess. You see, I don't know whether it's how my mind works or what I spend most of my time doing, but games, man. Games are what I remember most of in the 90s. Yu-Gi-Oh! That was pretty cool.
Nah.
Well, cool probably isn't the right word.
No, cool's not.
It was a good card game though. I really like it. It's got good mechanics and it feels quite fun.
But no, I never really got into it. I never got massively into Beyblades either.
Beyblades. Beyblades are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I never had one though. What are they called? Tech decks.
What's tech decks?
Those mini skateboards that you used your fingers to flick around.
Are they called tech decks?
I think that's what they were called.
I've got to check that. I don't remember them being called tech decks. You might be right.
What do you think they were called?
I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, those, I remember the thing is, Beyblades, mini skateboards wasn't allowed. And then, what else was there? Lego Racers. That was an amazing game. Like what we mentioned before, Lego, not really a 90s thing, but still awesome. What else was I going to say? Micro Machines, they were awesome as well. I've still got a box of those somewhere. And
yeah, sorry, you are correct. Tech deck.
Yes.
Tech deck fingerboards, mini skateboards. Yeah, you are correct.
Mark one up for Josh.
Mark one for you. Because they also released, you could buy mini BMXs as well.
Oh yeah, I remember
But
those.
I've got no idea. But I could never sort of think how you...
You hooked your front two fingers around the handlebars and stuck your thumb on the seat.
But what about the... Do you not pedal?
No, you push it along the ground.
Well, that sucks.
Like, I don't know, a toy car.
No, I had tech decks. I had one or two, and I had a mini.
And Game Boys.
BMX.
Game Boys, amazing.
Yes.
Game Boys, amazing. Spent so much time playing Advance Wars and Pokemon and on my GameCube.
Yeah,
That wasn't really in the 90s, that was mostly
no,
2000.
that was 2003-ish.
Yeah. Is that when it was released?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
around
forget
then.
the GameCube thing. But no, Game Boys.
Well, 90s, I had a Game Boy, but I was one of those kids who walked down the street and lived in a cul-de-sac and knocked on someone else's door and said, "Oh, will Billy come out and play?" Holding a football and then playing Kirby and throwing it over cars and angering dinner ladies. That was we were playing. I don't think it was Kirby. I think it was just a game of. Well, actually, I wasn't playing this. I'm going to put the blame of this all on my brother, and I know he's listened to the other podcasts, so he'll hear this. Him and a friend of ours who lived just down the road. They were throwing. What were those things that made a noise when you threw them?
Nerf balls.
Yeah, Nerf ball. They were throwing one of them over the road.
Okay.
And it got to a point where they thought it'd be fun to only do this when cars came. And to throw it over the car.
Okay.
Someone else who lived down the road was our local dinner lady.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they threw it over her car.
Right.
Now, she didn't... one of these boys, the other boy, not my brother, he went to the same school.
Mm-hmm.
But my brother, I think, had just gone up to high school.
Oh, okay.
And this dinner lady grabbed me in the playground and said, "Shouldn't throw things over people's cars." I wasn't doing it. I just... What? At which point I went to find him and I was like, "I just got in trouble because you're throwing things over people's cars." And I got quite angry at that. But, yeah.
Are you going to use this podcast to complain about your brother now that you know he listens?
No, I won't.
We're going to hear more stories about Chris's brother after this message.
No, we won't. If he listens, though, if he does listen to this, he could always retweet it.
I suppose he could.
Retweet.
Retweet, ladies and gentlemen. Follow us on Twitter so we can have more people listen, and that'd be cool.
Are we moving from YouTube at any point, do we think?
I think I'll always keep it on YouTube. What I might do is try and get it on Audioboo, because what we've got to do is get an RSS feed so it can be called up to go through iTunes and people's favourite podcast downloading programs and services.
Yes.
So hopefully I can get that sorted.
Yes.
And I know that there have been 20 people that have listened to the first one, so I think we've got a pretty strong audience so far.
Yes. How can we try? Well, is this 20 people who are listening to the first 5 minutes and turning off, or are they listen to all like 45?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Well, if anyone gets to this point of the podcast, tweet at Bootsy__ at Crisco4491. Just say hello.
Yeah, say hello and
and give us some feedback.
Yeah. Call us twats if you want. No, call him a twat. Because it
says
funny.
Chris to Josh. Should we end it there?
I think that is just about it. So let's wrap up. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Oh, you're welcome, Chris.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris, for being my co-host. It's been
You're
a pleasure. It's been a real pleasure to have you talking about things and stuff.
And shit.
And shit.
Yeah.
Mostly shit.
A lot of shit.
Quite a lot of shit. So, we will say goodbye and see you next time.
See you later.
On Podcast FTL.
No, that was gay. That was cheesy. That was rubbish.
104 to 105 FM.
No, that was bad too.
Podcast.
God, that was the worst one. We're getting worse. We're dropping. Dig up, stupid.
Hello and welcome to the what are we doing? Hello and welcome to podcast FTL on thegamejar.com. Fuck's sake! Fuck!
And again.
I'm gonna fish my mouth full and drink some fucking tea.
It's going so well.
Fuck!
Red letter, yellow letter, red letter, yellow. Whenever you're ready.
Right. Still got bits in my teeth, but whatever. Hello and welcome to Podcast FTL on Jaming Jeff G Gel.
And again.
Hello.
Ow. You actually hit me, and then you hit me because I said ow.
Just get it all out.